Bali trip for just 1.25 lakhs per person, a perfect 8-day itinerary as an Indian couple. We started our trip from Mumbai and we headed straight to Bali for 30,000 per person, and we did our e-visa online, which saved us a lot of time. Then we went and checked into our hotel at around 7 p.m. Post which we headed out for dinner at this beautiful Teba Sari. So, one quick tip would be to book a Grab or Gojek on your phone from the airport, as it saves you a lot of time. On kickstarting our dinner, we had some nasi goreng and some chicken satay, which are Indonesian local food, which is a must-have, and you can even try out a couple of good Indonesian desserts, which are very tasty. This restaurant was between Tegallalang and Ubud, and I would recommend you stay around this area because it is very beautiful, close to nature, and also very accessible from a lot of places. The next day morning, we headed early at 2:30 a.m. for our Mount Batur sunrise trip, and as you can see, it was very cold, so we had a couple of noodles. We had to wait in the cold till the sun came up, but once the first ray of sun hit, it was mesmerizing and absolutely perfect. Now, a couple of things to remember here would be to carry a nice warm jacket, and you can wear shoes because it's a little rocky and slippery over there, even if you are going by the jeep. So, and you can book this trip using Klook. They are very friendly and they help you take amazing photos. Like, we had a great photo shoot here, and we took a lot of beautiful photos, and we watched the best sunrise, I think, till we have seen till date. So do not miss out on this trip. I know waking up early in the morning can be tedious, but this was absolute fun, and I think the top experiences that we had. Now, post this, we headed down from Mount Batur and we went to the Kintamani village. As you can see, we saw a lot of farms because this area is near a volcano. It has very fertile soil, and the sun was very beautiful today morning. Post that, we went to this cafe which had the straight view of Mount Batur and the Kintamani village, which was very beautiful. While having this amazing mee goreng, which is another beautiful Indonesian recipe, I would also like to tell you that we went to this lava point where you get to see a lot of lava rocks. This area is also very well known for coffee, so do not forget to have it here. So after getting done with a long morning, we headed back to our villa. Now, I didn't want to show it to you at night because you couldn't see the beauty. This villa was right in the middle of the rice field. These are Santri's villas by Pramana. We had one entire villa to ourselves. As you can see, it is very beautiful. It has a lot of greenery and a lot of plants, and it is very clean and tidy, like very insect proof also. You'll have some insects obviously because it's in the middle of nature, but they have a beautiful pool, a good sun deck to relax. Also, this whole house is constructed in a very traditional Balinese house kind of way, and you have your own kitchen if you want to cook something, and obviously there's a bedroom, and the best part of this villa was its bathroom. So let me take you there. Okay, so it was a bathroom which was out in the open in the middle of nature with a open shower and this beautiful bathtub, and they had given us some good Epsom salt to relax after a long day, and it had absolutely amazing hot water. So you need to check this place out. After relaxing and sleeping for some time, we headed out for Kecak Dance. This is a traditional dance in Bali, and you need to check it out. It is based out on Ramayana, and the entire episode of where Sita gets kidnapped and how Ram saves her. And obviously I love this Hanuman because he was very very funny, very engaging with the crowd, and this was very beautiful experience in general. These people are very skilled, so you must check it out. And this entire show is for like 1 hour, and it just costed us 500 rupees, so you can book it on Klook. So after the Kecak dance, we went to this another local warung, which is not exactly in the Ubud market, slightly on the outskirts, and we had a lot of nasi goreng and some local Indonesian spring rolls here. Now this setup was like eating in a Balinese home, and you can actually sit on floor and eat. There were some seatings like that as well. Post that, next day morning, we headed straight for our ATV ride, which was an absolute fun-filled experience. We got picked by a driver at 8:30 in the morning. That also we had booked through Klook. There was this whole experience, and I'll tell you what it is. So we started off with ATV. They gave us a safety briefing, and post that our adventure began. It was absolute fun. It's easy even if you don't know driving. Some places are slightly tricky, but I think you'll manage, and the guide helps you out at a lot of places. It's in the middle of the farms and the rice fields and the jungle, so it's a lot of fun. And they gave you gumboots, and they also give you like a good protective gear. Post that, we took a quick shower near the ATV center, and we headed into this coffee plantation. Here we saw a lot of different coffee. We even saw luwak coffee, and the animal also. They explained us the entire process of how they extract the coffee bean, how it is dried, and how it is roasted and pounded. So they even had a lot of teas over here to taste from, and we even saw a lot of people taking photos while pounding the coffee. Post that, we began our coffee tasting with about 20 coffees, which this lady explained to us what it was. As you can see, they were very tasty. Some of them are very bitter, and this is the luwak animal that I was talking about. After the coffee tasting, we headed straight to the Bali swing at Umar checking. Now, this was also included as a part of the trip that we booked through Klook. So, and it was less crowded because we did the couple swing. There is usually more line for a single swing, so do check that out. Also, Umar checking is as equally beautiful as Alas Haram, which is also known as Cretya Ubud. So, you can pick either of the experiences. Honestly, there's no difference in either. Our guide was an amazing photographer and he took some crazy videos for us. As you can see, he covered the entire view with this beauty. Although unfortunately our phone screen was slightly blurred due to the moisture and humidity, and that is the reason you can't see it clearly. But it was very green. You were right in the middle of nature, and we even had a quick walk in these rice terraces, which was very fun. So one tip here would be that if you're traveling with senior citizens or someone with knee issues, then I would recommend you do not climb down the rice terraces. However, it's very beautiful and very breezy down there, but it can get tedious while climbing up in the hot sun, and it can also be a little slippery because there's water all over, so be careful. So post our walk in the hot sun up the rice terraces, we grabbed a couple of cocktails which were on 1+1 offer, looking at this beautiful view. And after that we headed to Cretya Ubud, which had an entry fee of about 220k IDR, but it is absolutely worth it with the view and the entire vibe of this place. And then we went towards Ubud market through this Kunigan Galungan festival celebrations. As you can see, they have hoisted up some flag-like structures. Now that day we had like an early dinner and we slept off early because we had an early morning ferry to Gili. This ferry is by Ekajaya, and I can share the link which ferry we took. It was very smooth. As you can see, people were actually chilling at the top enjoying the sun, and so did we. It is not very bumpy as they show you in Instagram videos, so don't be scared. After reaching Gili, our resort was Vila Ombak, which was like literally walking 6 minutes from the port. So after checking into our hotel, we had a quick brunch inside the hotel only, and after that we headed straight to the beach. You can see this is the view from the sunbed area of the beach. This is entirely private area. So we chilled here for some time and then headed straight to watch the most beautiful sunset at Gili Trawangan. As you can see, we headed to Pink Coco and you can actually see a direct sunset here. It was absolutely mesmerizing. Our next day was reserved for snorkeling trip and we booked a private boat with glass bottom. Reason being that my husband is a good swimmer and he wanted a private guide with him, and I am absolute non-swimmer, so I wanted a glass boat from where I can see everything. As you can see, we saw the turtles at the turtle point and it was very nice to see them. And there are plenty of them, just that you don't have to scare them by walking on the floor. You have to float and snorkel here. So I couldn't see it, but my husband did. Post that, we went near these coral reefs, which were very nice. You could see a lot of fishes here, very colorful, and we got a good GoPro video as well over here. It costed us around 800 IDR, 800k IDR, which is not much. And this is the view from the glass boat, so I could literally see all the fishes that my husband saw, just that I was sitting on the boat. So in case you don't know swimming, there is this option, and I think you need to opt for it because the sea life under is very beautiful. So after the beautiful snorkel trip, we just wanted to chill with some good beer at the beach, and there are a lot of shacks across the coast of Gili Trawangan. You can just walk by and sit at whichever shack you like. And then here we were again chasing the most beautiful sunset at Gili. We sat at another place this time and the view was absolutely mesmerizing, and it is a very beautiful sunset. You cannot miss it. It was followed by the fire show at Pink Coco again, and from there we went to Bora Bora. So we basically did some bar hopping here and we tried a lot of good amount of food, and we saw this brilliant fireworks show, which is I think one of the best ones we've seen in Thailand and we've seen in Kuala Lumpur, like Langkawi, but I think the one in Bali tops the list. After that we headed to the place called Bora Bora, as I mentioned before, and here there were these ladies performing beautiful belly dancing, even a small kid doing fire show, which was a little scary, but overall this experience is very stunning and you can enjoy good food here. And after that we again went back to the party at Pink Coco. It's good that all these places are like nearby, and after the party we had a good foot massage and got ready for our ride back to Seminyak the next day. So this ferry was from Gili to Nusa Dua and then to Seminyak. So it was very bumpy and we sat inside. It's not very scary, but if you have motion sickness, you can sleep through it. So after reaching Seminyak, we took a grab and we checked into our hotel. And after checking in, we freshened up and headed straight to Fins to grab a sundowner at Fins. We loved the party at Fins. It was super fun. You can see how crazy the vibe is in the video. And one good part about our hotel in Seminyak was that they had included the entry fee to Fins and a lot of other clubs. So do check out Metland Seva Seminyak. Also, after this, we headed to Mexicola to grab our dinner. Post which, like after 9:30, there's a crazy party at Mexicola. So don't do the mistake that we did. We reached just at 9. Reach before, have a good dinner, and then you're all full to have a good party here. They play all the 90s songs like an absolute fun vibe. So if you're millennials, this is your place to party. As you can see, everyone here is partying really hard, and their staff is also very fun, like they party and dance with you. So do not miss Mexicola, guys. This is the vibe. Okay, another reason to book Metland Seva Seminyak was that they gave us Balinese outfits to dress up into, and we took some pretty chic photos in it. So do book this hotel. So after the photo session, we had a spa booked. We had booked this through Klook for 3K per person. It included a 60-minute body massage, a body scrub, a body mask, and a hot bath. So it was absolutely worth it. After the spa, we headed for a quick lunch at Santorini Hotel, which was right in the middle of Seminyak. They have amazing Greek food, and we have been to Greece, so trust us when we say this. So our next stop and the final stop of this trip was the Sundays Beach Club. Now Sundays has this amazing inclinator, and I had dreamt of being on this inclinator with a view of the sea for such a long time, I can't tell you. Now we reached here at 5 p.m. You can reach here before and spend the whole day here. It will cost you around 800k with a bean bag. We could avoid sunset because we wanted to rest a bit after the spa, and that is the reason we reached here at 5 p.m. and it just costed us 500k per person, which was very cheap, but good amount of food to spend here from 5 p.m. to around, let's say, 9:30 p.m. in the night. So on reaching here, we enjoyed the burnt marshmallows. It is like a sundowner thing here, and even kids can have a lot of fun. This is a super kid friendly place, and as you can see, it gets very mystical by night. So we had amazing fun here, after which we came back to Seminyak and we just sat by the Seminyak beach listening to this amazing singer and enjoying the whole vibe, and reliving through the entire trip of Bali before we could call it a day. So let us know how you like this video, save it if it is helpful for you, and let us know if you have any other tricks or tips for whoever watches this video in comments. Have a beautiful Bali trip if you are heading to Bali, and relive your memories if you have already been there. Thank you so much.
Of your hand, since you kiss me, whenever I fall.